Hi, I'm Owen.
And I'm Ethan.
This is Paul's News. Welcome to our newscast. We will be talking about various topics that our reporters have researched.
First, we will hear from Asia, who's going to talk to us about the hairy frogfish.
Thanks, Ethan and Owen. Hi, I'm Asia, and during this news report, I'm going to tell you about the hairy frogfish. Have you ever heard of the hairy frogfish? This interesting sea creature, scientifically named the Ontanarius striatus, is a very fascinating animal. Maybe you'll learn something about it during this report. This short and round fish, on average, is 8 to 9 inches long. The hairy frogfish weighs up to 1.16 ounces. They have a shaggy appearance due to their mane of spinules all over their bodies. These sea creatures have short, wide fins that they use to walk along the ocean floor. They seem quite unique, don't they? Here's something interesting. This terrific fish can camouflage by changing colors. Isn't that incredible? To prevent getting eaten by their predators, the hairy frogfish puffs up, getting too big to swallow. They also mimic sea creatures others try to avoid so they don't get devoured. This amazing creature can unhinge its jaw to swallow large fish almost the size of itself. If needed, the hairy frogfish has the ability to spit out big fish. One of the most awesome things about this fish is that they have a built-in lure called Elysium. How cool is that? The hairy frogfish isn't a very picky eater. They mostly eat crustaceans and small marine fish. Specifically, they enjoy chowing down on shrimps, gabbies, lionfish, flounder, and Midas bunny. These carnivores sometimes even eat other frogfish. I guess I have a big menu to choose from. These fish are mostly found in shallow, warm waters around the world. They live in sandy, rocky coral reefs. The hairy frogfish may be spotted in the western coast of Africa. They also could be found in the U.S. along the Atlantic coast from New Jersey to the Gulf of Mexico and in Hawaii. They don't live in the Arctic Ocean. If I were them, I wouldn't want to live there either. In conclusion, the hairy frogfish is a very fascinating sea creature. Hopefully you found this topic just as interesting as I did. Let's get back to the studio.
Wow, I sure learned a lot about the hairy frogfish. It's really cool that they can change colors.
Here is Taylor with Australian Shepherds.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm going to tell you about an incredible breed of dogs, Australian Shepherds. You probably know them as a tough ranch dog, but have you heard all about them? What I mean is, have you heard about the athletic, brainy, and loyal dog called the Australian Shepherd? Australian Shepherds are originally from Europe. Now you may ask why they are called Australian Shepherds if they're not from Australia. Well, you're just about to find out. There was an ancient breed of sheepdog called the Fire-Range Shepherd in the early 19th. Basques immigrated from Australia with the sheepdogs. Many needed to go to American West, so the Americans called these new dogs Australian Shepherds. The Australian Shepherds were all known in the 20th century and became popular in World War II when they were featured in rodeos, horse shows, TV, and film. Aussies come in many different colors. Aussies come in black, red, and blue merle. The blue merle can have gray, black, and white all together in one dog. Black Aussies can have white on them or just solid black. Red Aussies can have white or copper on them too. Male Aussies can be 19 to 23 inches tall and 35 to 70 pounds. Females can be 18 to 22 inches tall and 35 to 70 pounds. Aussies have a double layered coat which can be either straight or have some curls. Aussies love to herd and run, but have you heard what they're also good at? They are actually therapy dogs, guide dogs, and search and rescue dogs. Aussies are really intelligent, so they love to learn. This means training will be easy. Aussies also have a lot of energy, so they are good athletes. Lastly, they are protective of people because they love people. Clearly, Aussies are truly athletic, smart, and loyal animals. Aussies are amazing dogs, so you need to know how to take care of them. First, they need a high-quality meal. They also need ear checks, teeth cleaning, and fur combing. Fur combing should be done once or twice a week. Aussies have a lot of stamina and energy, so they need at least an hour of exercise each day. Aussies are the smartest dogs around, so they love training and must be kept busy. As you can see, Aussies are athletic, brainy, and loyal animals. Aussies have a lot of stamina and energy as well as smartness. So next time you see an Australian Shepherd, think of the amazing athlete, intelligent, and loyal dog they are. Back to the studio.
Apparently, they're one of the smartest dogs in the world.
Wow, maybe I should get one. It could help me with my homework. Next up is Servette with Carly Lloyd.
Hi, this is Servette here with you today to talk about Carly Lloyd. Carly Lloyd was born July 16, 1982 in Delran, New Jersey. She started playing soccer at the age of 5. She was so in love with soccer, she brought a soccer ball everywhere she went. She was not just a soccer star, she was also great at basketball, baseball, and hockey. Her position in soccer is center midfield. She played for the Medford Strikers in high school. The Philadelphia Inquirer named her the Girl High School Player of the Year twice. Carly went to Rutgers University in New Jersey, 2001 to play soccer. She was the 2001 Big East Rookie of the Year. It was the first time it went to a Rutgers player. Carly racked in many awards in college. While she was in college, she won the All-America Award 3 times in a row. From 2001 to 2003, she played for the under-21 national women's team. She was leaning for a spot on the senior nationals team, instead was kicked off the under-21 women's national team. She was the first woman in history to win the first team All-Big East 4 times in a row. She ended college in 2004 to start her career. Carly's mostly known for her legendary hat trick. The first 2 goals were normal, but the last one was shot from 54 yards away from the goal. She scored a hat trick in just 16 minutes. In 2008, she was named Female Player of the Year. In 2011, Carly scored her first World Cup goal. In one of her games, she won 13-0 against Thailand. She was honored with a Tic Tac parade. Carly announced her retirement in August 2021 in her local friendlies, while she was just 39. She retired so she could spend more time with her family. She joined Gotham Football Club Group and is currently an analyst for Fox Sports. To wrap it up, she's enjoying her current life with her husband. Carly Lloyd continues to be an influential soccer player. I hope you learned something new. Back to the studio.
I can't believe she scored a hat trick in just 16 minutes.
Here's Owen with Michael Jordan.
Hi, my name is Owen, and I'll be telling you all about Michael Jordan today. Did you know that Michael Jordan got a shoe deal with Nike before he played even one NBA game? Michael Jordan was born on February 19th, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York, but moved to Wilmington, North Carolina when he was just 5 months old. His dad was very interested in baseball, so he wanted Michael and his brother Larry to play that. So they played Little League and were pretty good at it, but soon they both became interested in basketball. Michael went to high school at Laney High. He tried out for the varsity basketball team as a sophomore, but didn't make it. He later tried out as a junior, but not only made it, but he was the best player on their team. He soon was attracting attention from people other than students at Laney High, like the UNC basketball team. The coaches at UNC arranged for Michael to go to an elite basketball camp in Pennsylvania, and soon enough, he was playing for UNC. He was named College Player of the Year twice, and after his junior year of college, he was drafted 3rd overall to the Chicago Bulls. After an incredible college season, Jordan goes on to play in the NBA, and in his first season, wins the gold medal in the 1984 Summer Olympics and plays in the All-Star Game. Jordan won MVP 5 times and won the championship 6 times, including a three-peat in 1991 against the Lakers, 1992 against the Trailblazers, and 1993 against the Suns. He did it again in 1996 against the Supersonics, 1997 against the Jazz, and 1998 against the Jazz again. Michael Jordan, now 60 years old, owns the Charlotte Hornets basketball team. In 1996, he starred in Space Jam, and he has a signature shoe line, which he calls Air Jordans. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame in 2006. In 2016, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama. What an honor! In conclusion, Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. He may never be surpassed. Back to the studio.
What an accomplished man. He probably has more awards than fingers.
Here is Scylla with Alexander Hamilton. Take it away, Scylla.
Hey, I'm Scylla, and I'm here to tell you all about Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton was born on a British-ruled island called Nevis. When Alexander was 8 years old, his family moved to another British-ruled island called St. Croix. Not long after Hamilton's father left, his mother passed away, most likely to yellow fever. Alexander and his older brother moved in with a cousin and an uncle, but sadly both passed away. When he was 15, he wrote a letter about a recent hurricane that had happened. His neighbors were so impressed with his writing that in 1722, they raised money to send him to America for a better education. Hamilton had always wanted an education, but he wasn't allowed to go to school when his parents were alive because they weren't legally married. He applied to college but was denied because he had to graduate in 2 years. Eventually, Alexander studied at King's College and would give speeches at rallies and write papers to help support the American fight. After 2 years at college, he dropped out and joined the Army. Later in life, Hamilton started studying to become a lawyer. Alexander started studying at home and passed the test to become a lawyer. Alexander served George Washington for 4 years, helping him plan battles and write letters. Out of 85 Federalist Papers, Hamilton wrote 51. He also helped establish the U.S. Coast Guard. He became a lawyer in 6 months and is on the $10 bill, even though he's not a president. Alexander thought Aaron Burr was a dishonest man and had already disliked him before their duel. When he found out Burr had been elected for vice president, he was enraged and had said rude things about him. When Aaron found out he said those things, he demanded an apology. When Hamilton didn't give him one, he challenged him to a duel. They sailed out to New Jersey because dueling was illegal in New York. Hamilton didn't want to hurt Aaron, so he aimed at the sky. But sadly, Burr didn't have the same intentions and shot Hamilton in the hip. He died the next day. I believe that Alexander Hamilton is a great part of history and has helped shape our nation to what it is today. Back to you in the studio.
It must be really cool to be on the $10 bill. It's like you really are made of money.
Here's my fellow reporter Ethan with Ohio.
Hi there, my name is Ethan, and I'm going to tell you about Ohio today. Have you ever stopped to think if the negative rumors you've heard about Ohio are true? Well, I'm glad to tell you they're not. Ohio is located in the eastern, north-central United States. Ohio became the 17th state in 1803, and Columbus is its capital city. It was an important center of trading, and many immigrants came to Ohio. By 1850, Ohio had the third largest population of all states. Currently, Ohio is estimated to have 11,754,448 people. The weather in Ohio depends on the season. Winter in Ohio can get as cold as negative 20 degrees, and the summers can get as hot as 113 degrees. Ohio also gets very bad thunderstorms and tornadoes during the summer. Ohio is 44,824 square miles, and it's also known as the Buckeye State. So you know that you can sue someone for filming you without permission in Ohio? So if you get mad about people filming you, just move to Ohio. There are many sights to see in Ohio. First, there's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This was developed in the exact spot the term rock and roll was created. This is located in Cleveland and includes many exhibits on rock and roll bands. Another great place to visit is Cedar Point. Cedar Point has a roller coaster that goes 120 miles per hour. You could also visit the Cleveland Museum of Art, National Museum of the U.S. Air Force, or Kings Island Amusement Park. These might seem like the best sites to see, but these are just a few of the many amazing places to go in Ohio. Ohio recently became a victim of being made fun of. Back in 2016, someone shared a photo of a bus stop saying Ohio will be eliminated. This is funny to some people and caused others to make memes about Ohio. Now Ohio's reputation has gone down, but Ohio is a great place to visit and live. In conclusion, Ohio can be considered one of the greatest places to live. Don't let the memes confuse you.
I didn't know that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was built on the exact spot where the term rock and roll was created.
I know, it's crazy. Next up is Olivia with Fennec Foxes.
Hi, I'm Olivia and I'm going to tell you all about the Fennec fox. Did you know that the Fennec fox is the smallest fox breed in the world? Fennecs are very cute and unknown by many. A Fennec's fur coat is very thick and soft. Their fur color ranges from reddish cream to light fawn. A Fennec's fur can also be sand color. A Fennec's large ears not only help with finding prey, but they also help to keep heat away from the Fennec's body during the day. A Fennec's habitat is the desert. The most common place to find a Fennec is in the Sahara Desert. Fennecs make homes in sand dunes and prefer dunes with vegetation nearby. Male Fennecs are very territorial. They come out in the cool of night and sleep most of the day. Fennecs are omnivores. This means that they eat both meat and plants. Fennecs eat insects, small rodents, and plants in the wild. Fennecs eat plants for the hydration. Fennecs can take down fully grown rabbits that are even larger than them. In captivity, Fennecs eat meat, mice, and insects. Humans are an ominous predator of the Fennec. They are hunted for their lush fur. Fennecs are legally protected in Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, and many other countries. I hope that you learned a lot from me. Tell someone else about Fennecs and let more people know about Fennecs. Back to the studio.
I didn't know that it is the smallest fox breed.
And last but not least is CJ with Pilots.
Hi, my name is CJ. Have you ever seen a pilot before? Because if you have, then have you ever thought about this? How much money they get, or how to become a pilot, or maybe what skills you need to become a pilot? Well, this story will answer all those questions. Did you know that pilots have to train at flight school? They could also learn from a government instructor, but most pilots learn from the military. Did you know that commercial pilots must have a special license and instrument rating? This will be able to show that they know how to fly a plane by using its instruments. You also have to be at least 18 or over to get a flying license. You also need at least 250 hours or more before you become a pilot. Also, airlines would rather have pilots that have 2 years of college instead of 1 year. Did you know that future pilots should take physics class, English, aeronautics, aircraft design, and functional classes? Did you know that pilots have a lot of responsibilities when they fly a plane? Before pilots take off, they must check the aircraft's engines and instruments, but they always make sure that the weight of all the cargoes are well balanced. They also need to check the weather in case there is a storm. Next, they contact the control tower to find out which runway to take off from. The control tower tells them where to land after landing. But after landing, pilots must write down information about their flight. Did you know that most planes have 2 pilots instead of 1? They are called the cockpit crew. But the pilot in charge is called the captain. Also, when the captain has to use the bathroom or get some snacks or a drink of water, the other pilot will come and take over. Did you know the other pilot is called the co-pilot or the first officer? The co-pilot is someone who helps with the controls and watches the instrument. This can be very stressful when you work as a pilot. When you work as a pilot, you can get stressed out. When you are stressed out, you can get sick and won't be able to fly. When you are a pilot, you are separated from other people for a certain amount of time, so you could get sick from being away from your family too. Did you know that a pilot can earn up to $103,210 a year if they work hard enough? But the lowest amount of money they can earn is $54,980 a year. But that probably meant they did not work hard enough. Sometimes if pilots work even harder, they can earn up to $166,400 a year. But on the other hand, a commercial pilot starts out by only making $20,000 a year. At least they can still earn money every year. Did you know that every hour they are away from home, they are paid even more money? This money can be used for food, water, and a hotel for the day. I hope you like my story about pilots. Maybe when you grow up, you want to become a pilot. Back to the studio.
Wow, I can't believe they make $166,000 a year. That's all we have for you today. Tiger Country out.
Hi, I'm Hazel.
And I'm Alexis.
Welcome to ABGHR News. We are going to talk about some amazing topics today.
First, we have Robbie reporting on Jiu-Jitsu.
Take it away, Robbie.
Hi, I'm Robbie, and I'm going to tell you about Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art that consists of grappling and various other things, but remember, no punching, kicking, or striking of any kind. It is a form of self-defense without weapons, based on the principle soft conquers the hard. Let me tell you a little bit about Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu was first created by samurai in 1523, founded by great master Takenouchi Hisamari. Samurai created Jiu-Jitsu to submit and subdue an opponent without a weapon. Decades later, Carlos Gracie created the first Jiu-Jitsu academy, which then turned into many different styles, including Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. As Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu grew, the Federation created rules and regulations. The most famous Jiu-Jitsu practitioners are the Gracies. Sparring in Jiu-Jitsu is referred to as rolling. Jiu-Jitsu techniques include throwing, joint locks, choking techniques, and grappling. Tapping in Jiu-Jitsu is when a submission is too much, which means if you tap, you lose, or the other person wins. All slams are illegal. There is no striking. You want to gain the top position or get a submission. Rules are different for lower belts and kids. The highest point position is mount or backpack. To prove to people that size doesn't matter, there is a 12-year-old that is world ranked. Did you know that Jiu-Jitsu? There's lots of celebrities who do Jiu-Jitsu. Did you know that Shaq does Jiu-Jitsu? WWE superstar? The Undertaker is a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Also, musician Usher does Jiu-Jitsu too. Jiu-Jitsu as a hobby has many benefits. It makes it possible for pros to be pros. Most people who do Jiu-Jitsu are hobbyists. Hobbyists can still do competition. Jiu-Jitsu as a hobby can be fun, grant you fitness, and teaches you self-defense. I bet you didn't know much about Jiu-Jitsu until you heard this. Would you give Jiu-Jitsu a try? This is Robbie on Jiu-Jitsu. Back to the studio.
I did not know that striking was not allowed in Jiu-Jitsu.
Thanks, Robbie. Next up, we have Annabelle with White Tigers.
Hi, my name is Annabelle, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing animal. Have you ever heard of a white Bengal tiger? Well, they're just regular tigers with a white coat. Maybe you've asked where they come from. Well, scientists have tracked the white Bengal tiger back to Mahn. Mahn is a white Bengal tiger caught in India in 1951. Mahan's mother was a white tiger found with 4 white cubs, but only one of them was white like its mom. They were all killed except for Mahn, the little white cub. All of the white Bengal tigers are descendants of this cub. Baby cubs can only be born if both parents carry the unusual gene for white coloring. Only about 1 out of 10,000 baby cubs are born white. Today, there are only 200 white tigers in captivity. Like all tigers, white Bengal tigers are solitary animals. This means that they're very territorial and like to be alone. The only time they get together is to hunt large prey and to mate. White Bengal tigers have gray or brown stripes, pink noses, and blue eyes. White tigers are much larger than other tigers. White Bengal tigers are full grown at 2 or 3 years old. Male tigers weigh 200 to 230 kilograms, and female white Bengal tigers weigh 130 to 175 kilograms. That's about 440 pounds for males and 330 pounds for females. Fun fact, White Bengal tigers like to swim more than other big cats. White Bengal tigers live in India, Nepal, and other parts of Asia. They make their homes in thick rainforests, tropical jungles, and grasslands. The most common prey for these tigers are wild pigs and deer, but they are capable of hunting much larger animals. The next time you see a white Bengal tiger in zoo or in captivity, think about all this information and make sure you know how rare of a sighting it is. Back to the studio.
I thought their noses were black.
I thought that too. Thanks, Annabelle.
Now Giovanna is going to talk about thunder.
Now over to Giovanna.
I'm Giovanna Dantas. I'm going to tell you about thunderstorms. Imagine you're outside on a hot, humid day and suddenly the sky grows dark. You see a distant flash of light and you hear a loud boom. What's going on? It's a thunderstorm. Thunder, it's crazy. There are so many ways to get hurt from it, but I'll show you safety tips on surviving thunder and lightning if your life is at risk without you knowing. There are many things to avoid during a thunderstorm. One of the main things to avoid is water or any kind of plumbing, like sinks, baths, showers, toilets, dishwashers, and hoses. You should also avoid metal and electricity, like wire fences, billboards, telephones, fridges, ovens or microwaves, and metal pipes. I'd go on, but there are at least more than 50 things to avoid. I'm naming barely anything. Anyways, if lightning is ever near, find shelter, a basement, the lowest floor in your house, or maybe even a ditch in your backyard. Lightning usually goes for the tallest objects around you, so never hide under a tree because they can easily catch on fire, and many branches could fall and trap you next to the tree. The worst part is that all of that can happen in seconds. If you're outside in a thunderstorm and your hair sticks up, immediately run and find a safe place or get on the ground and crouch down on your knees, but never lay flat. If your hair sticks up, you're about to get struck by lightning. Your hair can attract the energy in nearby lightning, and the static electricity will make your hair stick up. You probably think that thunder and lightning can just appear in the sky from hot and cold air like other natural disasters, like tornadoes. But it's a whole process, just like every type of storm. Whether it's a hurricane, an earthquake, or even hail, it's a process. For thunderstorms, the air towards the ground must be humid and warm, and the atmosphere has to be unstable so a thunderstorm will occur. The cause of thunder is lightning, so when the lightning strikes and hits the ground, it opens a little hole in the air called a channel. Once the light is gone, the air collapses back in through the hole and into the clouds so it can perform another strike. It creates a humongous sound wave that we like to call thunder. So the reason we see lightning before thunder is that light is faster than sound, and lightning is the cause of thunder. Any cause has to come before the effect. And the one lightning strike is 270,000 miles per hour. Not a lot of people know this, but only about 10% of thunderstorms are severe. But is any thunderstorm dangerous? Yes. Every thunderstorm produces lightning, which kills more people every year than tornadoes. We all know how dangerous tornadoes are. Anyways, the most intense types of thunderstorms are called supercell storms. These crazy storms can even bring in other intense storms and disasters. Tornadoes, hail, and very damaging winds, which can be up to 65 to 80 kilometers per hour, which is about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Yeah, it's that bad. Supercell storms can produce hail as big as grapefruit. The worst supercell storm ever was on August 30th, 2006. Leads a track from Huntington to the Charleston corridor. Even if you do learn these facts about thunderstorms, you can still get pretty injured. But these tips can still save your life. I'm Giovanna Dantas. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Giovanna. Now we know a lot about thunder.
Next, we have Ben talking about a famous basketball player.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'll be telling you about an incredible basketball player. Do you like to watch basketball? If you do, have you watched the Milwaukee Bucks? If you saw number 34, that's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis was born December 6, 1994, in Athens, Greece. He was raised in Greece even though his parents are from Nigeria. When Giannis was little, he really liked soccer because his dad was a soccer player. Giannis' family was very poor, so he and his brothers sold items to try to make money for his family. When Giannis was a kid, he worked really hard to get better at basketball. Before Giannis was 13, he did not even know how to dribble or shoot the ball. Did you know that Giannis was offered money to play basketball by a coach because he thought he would be good? If basketball didn't work out for Giannis, then the same coach offered to find Giannis a soccer team to play for. As time went on, Giannis moved to better Greek basketball teams. He was going to play for a team in Spain, but the NBA noticed him first. In 2013, at only 19 years old, Giannis was drafted to the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis helped the Bucks make the playoffs 8 times since joining the team. Giannis won MVP in the NBA Finals.
Giannis won the nickname the Greek Freak because he's one of the best players in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo still plays for the Bucks. This year, Giannis once again helped the Bucks make the playoffs. As you can see, Giannis is an extremely talented NBA player. Back to the studio.
Wow, I did not know that Giannis's number was 34.
Next, we are going to the Mall of America. Take it away, Aaron.
Hey, I'm Aaron, and I'm going to tell you about the Mall of America. Did you know that the Mall of America is the biggest mall in America? Well, I did not know that before I researched this topic. Now I know that. First, the Mall of America is located in Bloomington, Minnesota. It opened in 1992. More than 11,000 people work there, and 40 million people visit the Mall of America each year. Second, the Mall of America is 397,000 square meters. That means it can fit 39 airplanes inside of it. People like to visit it because it has so many different attractions, including an aquarium, amusement park, 60 restaurants, and all the stores. The aquarium has sharks, stingrays, and giant sea turtles. There even is a glass tunnel that goes through the aquarium. Also, the roller coaster goes all around the perimeter of the mall. Last but not least, I have some interesting facts to talk about. 650 million people have visited the mall since it opened. The temperature is always 70 degrees Fahrenheit, even if it's freezing outside. There are 32,000 tons of trash recycled each year. That's a lot of trash. 170,000 Legos have been lost at the Lego play place since it opened. Also, there are 12,550 parking spots at the Mall of America. The Mall of America looks super entertaining with all its amusement parks and stores. I hope I can go there one day. Back to the studio.
I did not think that the Mall of America was the biggest mall in North America.
That was amazing, Aaron.
Now we have Arya talking about the Civil War.
On to Arya.
Hi, I'm Arya. Have you heard of the Civil War? You probably have heard of it. It was one of the most deadly wars in U.S. history. I'm going to tell you all about it. The Civil War was a war between the North and the South of the United States. The North and the South disagreed about slavery. The North did not want people to use slaves, but the South needed slaves to make money. This caused a war. The South wanted slaves, but the North did not. They argued over this for years. The southern states included South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas. They made their own nation and called it the Confederate States of America. The northern states called themselves the Union. The war started at Fort Sumter on April 12, 1861. This war lasted around 4 years. One of my favorite presidents, Abraham Lincoln, was a part of the Civil War. Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States of America. Lincoln was against slavery. When the war started, he looked for volunteers for soldiers every month. In January 1863, Lincoln issued his final Emancipation Proclamation. That means all slaves in the Confederate States are free. Even though Lincoln made this proclamation, the law was unknown for 2 whole years until people told the slaves they were free. On April 12, 1864, the Union captured Atlanta, Georgia. That was one of the important cities in the Confederate States. The Union also captured the Confederate capital of Richmond, Virginia, in April 1865. The North made weapons so fast and the South could not keep up. Finally, on April 9, 1865, the South surrendered. Sadly, just 5 days later, on April 14, 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by a Confederate supporter. The Civil War was the birth of many new technologies. I hope you learned a lot about the Civil War. Back to the studio.
Wow, the Civil War sounds really intense.
That sounds like a harsh war to be a part of.
Next up, we have Alexis with Golden Retrievers. On to Alexis.
Hi, my name is Alexis, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing dog breed. Have you ever heard of a Golden Retriever? Golden Retrievers are the most popular dog breed in the U.S. Golden Retrievers were first found in Scotland in the late 1800s. They were also found in England and United Kingdom. A person named Dudley Margaret Banks first bred these dogs. Originally, a flat-coated retriever was crossed with a Tweed Water Spaniel and some other British breeds. The American Kennel Club changed their name to Golden Retrievers because they were first called Yellow Retrievers. Golden Retrievers have gold fur and webbed paws. Females are 21.5 to 22.5 inches tall. Males weigh 65 to 75 pounds. Golden Retrievers generally live from 8 to 11 years. They're to be puppyhood working and stay young at heart after puppyhood. Golden Retrievers love to be petted. Golden Retrievers' food must contain protein, and nutrients that will provide energy and help them grow properly. Golden retrievers must have fresh water. Golden retrievers often overeat, causing weight and hip dysplasia. They should only eat once or twice a day. Good nutrient helps keep the dog's skin and coat healthy. Golden retrievers were made to hunt. They also enjoy swimming. These dogs live up to their names and love to retrieve. They like walks and digging. Hiking is something they also love to do. You may find your dog liking tug of war, hide and seek, and agility training. Next time you want a dog, think of these facts. Back to the studio.
Golden retrievers sound like a fun dog to have.
And last but not least, we have Hazel talking about Tim McGraw. Take it away, Hazel.
Hi, my name is Hazel, and I have an amazing singer to tell you about. Have you ever heard of a song called Humble and Kind? If you haven't, it was written by a country singer named Tim McGraw. I'm going to tell you all about him. Tim McGraw was born on May 1st, 1967 in Delahy, Louisiana. He grew up thinking that his father was Horace Smith, but his biological father is actually named Tug McGraw. Tug McGraw was a famous baseball player and only had a small interest in keeping a close relationship with his son Tim. Wow, he had a really rough childhood. In 1996, Tim married another country singer named Faith Hill. Eventually, they had 3 children, Audrey, Gracie, and Maggie McGraw. Curb Records eventually signed Tim to a recording contract. WSM-FM added the song What Room Was the Holiday In to the station's playlist. WXTU in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania thought his debut single was awful, but the singer booked to make an appearance due to his father's fame. In April 2006, Tim and Faith Hill began their 73rd concert, 55th City, Soul 2 Soul 2 tour. The tour grossed nearly $89 million and sold approximately 1.1 million tickets, making it the top grossing tour in history of country music. The couple donated the money from their concert to the relief of Hurricane Katrina. To this day, Tim has sold more than 80 million records, making him one of the best-selling artist of all time. He has had an amazing music career. One of Tim's songs, Not a Moment Too Soon, became a #1 country hit song, and Let It Go reached the top of the country pop album chart. He won a CMA award for Highway Don't Care with Keith Urban and Taylor Swift. Also 3 Grammy Awards in 2000, 2004, and 2005. Tim won 14 Academy Country Music Awards, 11 Country Music Awards. Also, he won 10 American Music Awards and 3 People's Choice Awards. Wow, he has won a bunch of awards. In addition to being a singer, Tim has also acted. He performed in The Blind Side and also got an important role in Tomorrowland. Additionally, he acted in the Friday Night Lights, The Shack, and the lead role in Flicka. He got a similar role to his real life in the movie Country Strong. Lastly, in 2004, he starred in The Black Cloud, which was directed by Rick Schroeder. He's made some really great accomplishments. As you can see, Tim McGraw has been very successful. Next time you listen to music, listen to him. Back to the studio.
Wow, Tim McGraw is a very talented musician. Thank you for watching ABGHR News.
Hi, I'm Logan.
And I'm Tessa.
Welcome to WMTCL News.
To start us off today, we have Ella talking about lacrosse.
Let's go, Ella.
Hi, I'm Ella, and I'm going to tell you about one of the best sports. Do you know a lot about lacrosse? Well, once you're done listening, you sure will. Lacrosse is a team sport. You can run, carry, catch, shoot, and pass the ball with a lacrosse stick. The lacrosse stick is long with netting to catch the ball. The objective of the game is to get the ball into the goal. And just like other sports, the team with the most points wins the game. Lacrosse was invented by a Native American tribe. The tribe's name is Algonquian. The first game was played in St. Lawrence Valley. The reason they invented lacrosse was to prepare them for war. Lacrosse prepared them for war by helping them get stronger. Holding a lacrosse stick for a long period of time helped them to build up their strength. Boys and girls have different lacrosse rules. Boys have quarters and girls have halves. Boys can check each other, while girls can only check with the side of their stick and away from the player's head. Another rule is that boys have to face off on the ground when girls have to do it while standing. The reason boys and girls have different rules is to make the games different and more difficult in their own way. Lacrosse has changed a lot from when it first started. Today, many countries play lacrosse. In 1998, the U.S. Lacrosse League was formed. In 2001, Major League Lacrosse started because the sport was getting more popular. And by 2014, 38 nations participated in the World Lacrosse Championship. Lacrosse has definitely improved over time, but it is still not popular enough to be in the Olympics. Now that you know tons about lacrosse, maybe you might even consider trying the sport. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know there were so many differences between boys and girls lacrosse.
Up next is Eli talking about German Shepherds.
Hi, my name is Eli, and I'm going to tell you all about German Shepherds. Here are some characteristics of German Shepherds. They have muscular bodies, dark-colored eyes, long muzzles, and powerful jaws, and can grow to be 2 feet tall. Their fur can be black or light brown, and can also be long, medium, or short. German Shepherds weigh around 75 to 95 pounds when fully grown. Do you know what German Shepherds like to do? If not, I found out. They need lots of exercise, can live inside or outside. These dogs love to play and run outside. So that's why their owners need to brush their fur once or twice a week. Learning new things is something German Shepherds love to do. German Shepherds are loyal dogs and always want to protect their owners even when treated poorly. Because they are so smart, they learn commands quickly. Today, German Shepherds work as police dogs, guard dogs, and military dogs, and can help blind people by guiding them. Some even work as search and rescue dogs. Both male and female German Shepherds make good pets, especially in a family with kids. They love to play, they are brave, and they obey their owners. German Shepherds are protective and can keep you company while you're biking or walking. At the end of the day, a German Shepherd needs a quiet place to sleep. They can be a loyal family member up to 12 to 15 years. As you can see, German Shepherds are good pets, so that's why if you're getting a dog, get a German Shepherd. That's all I have for today. Back to the studio.
How interesting that German Shepherds can do search and rescue missions.
Next up, we have Kian talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Take it away, Kian.
Hi, I'm Kian, and I have an amazing athlete to tell you about. Have you ever heard of the soccer legend Ronaldo? He is the Portuguese superstar wearing number 7. Ronaldo was born in 1985 in Portugal on an island in Madeira. He was the last born out of 3 siblings. Ronaldo stopped going to school to focus on his soccer career. Ronaldo and his family grew up being poor. Cristiano started his soccer career by playing for a few teams in Portugal. He was signed to Manchester United in 2003. Since then, he has played for Spain's Real Madrid, Juventus, and Al Nassr. He currently plays for Al Nassr, a Saudi Arabian team. Did you know Ronaldo owns a wide range of clothing products? He opened the store CR7 in 2006. At first, his store just sold underwear. 2 years later, he opened another store in Lisbon. Soon after, Ronaldo added shirts and shoes to CR7. Have you ever wondered how Ronaldo stays in great shape? Well, Ronaldo practices cardio and workouts 5 days a week for 3 to 4 hours. His diet is whole wheat or whole grain cereal with white eggs and fruit juice. Throughout the week, he switches between weights and cardio. His cardio sessions include several running sessions for 25 to 30 minutes. Lastly, he alternates to pass up injuries and make different muscles stronger. Do you have a dream to be the highest paid athlete? Well, Ronaldo was the highest paid athlete in 2016, earning $88 million. Ronaldo won the Golden Boot in 2007 to 2008 season. In 2015, Ronaldo was the leading scorer in the Champions League. He was the first Juventus person to score 14 goals in 10 matches. As you can see, Cristiano Ronaldo is a very skilled soccer player. He shows that training, hard work, and not giving up can bring you success. Back to you at the studio.
Ronaldo really dropped out of school for soccer?
Seems so. Continuing on with WMTCL News, we have Quinn talking about Jenny Finch.
Hi, my name is Quinn, and I'm here to tell you about an important athlete. Have you ever heard of Jenny Finch? Did you know her pitch speed tops out at 72 miles per hour? Jenny Finch was born on September 3rd, 1980. She was born in La Mirada, California. She has 2 older brothers, and her family is a big Dodgers fan. That's how her older brother started playing baseball and Jenny playing softball. Jenny first started playing softball at age 5 and pitching at age 8. Later on, she played for the Arizona Wildcats at Arizona College. Jenny Finch has had many highlights during her career, and here are some of the best ones. She got a silver medal in the 2008 Beijing Olympics and a gold medal in the 2004 Olympics. She's a proud 3-time World Cup champion. She also won the National Pro Fast Pitch of the Year award in 2005. 5. In addition, she won the Honda Award for the Best Player of the Year in her first year of playing. After she retired, her number 27 was retired to the Arizona College Hall of Fame. Even though she's great at the game of softball, Jenny has many other accomplishments. She appeared on Dancing with the Stars in 2018. She also appeared on an episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County and on The Today Show. She wrote her own book called Throw Like a Girl: How to Dream Big and Believe in Yourself. One of her best accomplishments was that she ran the New York Marathon. Nowadays, Jenny is happily married to Astros pitcher Casey Daigle. She lives in Orange County, Florida with her 3 kids, Ace, Diesel, and Paisley. Now at the age of 42 years old, she has her own website and runs training camps for kids. She is a huge donator to charities like the Wounded Warriors softball team. As you can see, Jenny Finch really is the queen of the field. Also, we can certainly say that she is pretty accomplished in life. Back to the studio.
I've never played softball before, but that definitely made me want to try it.
Me too.
Next we have Scarlett showing us how to make a popular Japanese dish, ramen noodles.
Go Scarlett.
Today we are located in Japan. Japan is in Asia. The capital is Tokyo. In Japan, they speak Japanese. The money is called the yen. Some famous things from Japan are mochi ice cream, Pocky, Hello Kitty, and ramen noodles. We are going to make ramen noodles together today. Tokyo is a city from Japan. Hello Kitty is a very famous food from Japan. It actually does have a healthy land in Japan. It's in Tokyo. And it also has an owl buffet in Japan. It takes 3 minutes, that's all. Now the ramen is all done. Thank you.
Wow, Scarlett, that looks delicious.
Speaking of different places, next up we have Logan talking about Key West.
Hi, I'm Logan, and today I'm going to tell you about my favorite island. Did you know that there are 800 keys in the Florida Keys? The 5 main keys are Key Largo, Marathon Key, Esmeralda Key, Big Pine Key, and Key West. Key West is the most popular, which is what I'll be talking about today. Key West is an island in the Straits of Florida. It is 4 miles long and 1 mile wide with an area of 4.2 square miles. It is also the southernmost city in the U.S., not including Hawaii and Alaska. Key West has the warmest waters in the U.S. during winter. It is on the dividing line of the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico, so you can drive on a bridge and have both oceans beside you. Since it's so far south, it's closer to Havana, Cuba, 106 miles, than it is to Miami, 165 miles. Did you know that Key West has so many historic places? The earliest neighborhoods in Key West are called Old Town. One of the places in Old Town is the Little White House, which is where presidents stay if they're visiting Key West. The first president to visit the Little White House was William Howard Taft in 1912. Harry S. Truman visited the Little White House 11 times and was there 175 days during his presidency. He also went 5 more times after being president. Another president that visited was Dwight D. Eisenhower. He visited 1955 through 1956 following a heart attack. Additionally, John F. Kennedy visited in March 1961 and in November 1962. Finally, the most recent president to visit the Little White House was Jimmy Carter, who went after office in 2007. There is a very large variety of ocean life that lives in Key West. There are 100 species of coral and 500 species of fish. Plus, you could even spot a loggerhead sea turtle. Loggerhead sea turtles are most common to live in Key West. They are gentle and graceful marine reptiles that get their names from their big heads. They also live as long as humans, so you can grow old with one. Atlantic bottlenose dolphins also live in Key West. These dolphins are very playful and they travel in pods together. They are extremely common, so you have a great chance of seeing one. I personally love to go on vacation in Key West. The best time to vacation in Key West is between March and May. This is because the weather is 70 through 80 degrees with less humidity and less tourists. If you need a way to get around, you can rent cars from the Key West airport. Don't have anywhere to stay? There are plenty of hotels like Havana Cabana, the Gates Hotel, and La Conca Hotel. There's lots to eat like fresh seafood and the famous dessert, key lime pie. There are beautiful beaches and an aquarium. If you want to see even more, you can go on a trolley tour. There are even places to go later in the day, like Mallory Square. Here, there is live sunset entertainment with food and artists of all kind. As you can see, Key West is a great place. If this was interesting to you, you would love it here. Back to the studio.
Wow, I didn't know there could be so much to do on an island.
Now we have Victor talking about cockroaches.
Hi, I'm Victor and I'm going to tell you about cockroaches. Did you know that cockroaches can survive up to a week without a head? Also, it can hold its breath for 40 minutes. Cockroaches are pretty interesting creatures. There are many different types of cockroaches, like a German cockroach which invades places, and there are cockroaches from the jungle, which are very big. There are up to 4,000 different types of species of cockroaches. Like an Australian cockroach, which are very adept flyers. Most species live in tropical areas and are mostly yellow, red, brown, black, and green. Also, their sizes range from 2.5 inches to 3 inches. Cockroaches can be found in many places like restaurants, hospitals. Did you know that cockroaches can also be found in nature? Cockroaches can be found in jungles, cracks, and crevices. Mainly pests live in kitchens, cabinets, or under the oven. They can also be found in garbage. Other roaches prefer grocery stores, gas stations, and hotels. Taking care of a cockroach is pretty simple. You only have to give them food once a day. Also, you hardly have to change their cage because of how small they are. They need food at least 2 days. Also, they can survive pretty long without food. Cockroaches can eat almost anything like leaves and tree bark. Their favorite foods are sweets, meats, starches, and greasy foods. Recommended foods to give them are plants and fruit remains, such as orange skin, strawberry leaves, and cucumber skin. Cockroaches are very engaging creatures and can do many things. Cockroaches may not be liked by a lot of people, they deserve to be known than they already are. Back to the studio.
Hey Logan, what's your opinion on cockroaches?
I didn't like them before, but Victor might have changed my mind.
I feel the same. Now we have Ayla talking about Taylor Swift.
Hi, my name is Ayla and I have a report on Taylor Swift to share with you. Did you know that one of Taylor Swift's albums got 1 million copies sold? Taylor Swift was one of the best singers ever. Taylor Allison Swift was born December 13th, 1989. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm where she and her family would sell Christmas trees for a living. When Taylor was a kid, she loved music so much it was a huge part of her life. Her grandmother was a beautiful opera singer. Taylor loved watching her sing her heart out. Taylor spent almost all day just listening to Dolly Parton and Patsy Cline. Taylor was only 14 years old when she composed her first song called Tim McGraw. Taylor Swift then successfully made 3 new albums called Fearless 2008, Speak Now 2010, last but not least, Red 2012. Taylor Swift composed a whole new album during the pandemic of COVID-19. She did this with no studio. She made it in her house. As of 2023, Taylor Swift has 10 albums. Besides singing, Taylor has other hobbies and interests. Taylor loves to bake. She bakes all kinds of things, but she mostly likes to bake cakes and pancakes. Swift also loves animals. She has 3 kittens named Benjamin Button, Meredith Grey, and Olivia Benson. Taylor loves to make snow globes with her friends like Selena Gomez and Ed Sheeran. Did you know that Taylor Swift is actually a fast food lover? She loves it so much that in You Need to Calm Down music video, she and Katy Perry were dressed up as fries in a burger. Taylor Swift has won over 11 Grammy Awards over her years of singing. Taylor Swift won her first Grammy Award when she was only 20. That was only the beginning of many awards she would earn. Over 80 million people listen to her music monthly. Also, 96 million people per year listen to her music. That's a lot of people. At the age of 33, Taylor Swift has had an extremely successful career. I hope I can see her live soon. Back to the studio.
Great job, Ayla. To finish up WMTCL News, we have Tessa talking about Larry Bird.
Hi, I'm Tessa, and I'm here to tell you about Larry Bird. Have you ever heard of Larry Bird? Well, he was one of the best players in the NBA. It's pretty cool he played an hour away from where we live. Larry Bird was born December 7th, 1956 in Westboro, Indiana. He used to play basketball with his older brother, Joe. At the age of 10, he started playing organized basketball. That's not all he did as a kid. He played baseball, softball, and something called rubber ball. Also, his parents got divorced when he was young. Did you know Larry Bird
started college at the age of 17. He started his college career at Indiana State University, but only lasted 24 days, then went to Northwood Institute. His first year on the college basketball team was in 1976. After that, he took a break from college because his dad sadly passed away. Soon after, Bird returned to Indiana State University. Bird made a promise to his mom that he'd be the first person in their family to graduate college. So when the Celtics asked him to be on their team, he said no. In his final year of college, Larry was named College Basketball Player of the Year for 1978 to 1979. Just like he promised his mom, he was the first person in their family to graduate. His mom must have been proud to hear that he finished college with several awards. Larry Bird was NBA Rookie of the Year for 1980. In Larry's third season, he and his teammates won 63 games. Wow, that's a lot of games, but that's not all. When he was only 23, he won his first championship game in the NBA. His highest scoring season was 1987 to 1988. Then something really cool happened. He made it to the NBA Hall of Fame. After he retired, his number 33 was also retired from the Celtics and the Indiana State Cyclones. Another accomplishment was that he was the head coach of the Indiana State Pacers. He was also the NBA coach in 1998. Wow, these are some great accomplishments in his life. Larry Bird has other cool accomplishments off court too. He wrote a book with Magic Johnson and Jackie McMullen called When the Game Was Ours. He also got an honorary degree from Boston University. Outside of his basketball life, he enjoyed fishing, golfing, and auto racing. Some other things you may not know about Larry Bird is that in his home state of Indiana, he owned a hotel, a restaurant, and a car dealership. Clearly, Larry Bird has made many accomplishments off court, and he will probably make more in the years to come. Larry Bird is a very well-known and successful athlete. Now that you know all about Larry Bird's life, don't you think he is a more interesting guy? Back to the studio.
Wow, Tessa, that was a great way to finish up WMTCL News.
Thanks, Logan.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Bye.